I've been collecting, investing, and dealing in sports cards for 6+ years now. I want to tell you the reason why I am leaning hard into Pokemon. I really am enjoying learning Pokemon, and it's a lot of fun. I feel like a kid again, which is why I got back into sports cards, is because I found my old collection and jumped into the rabbit hole of YouTube and started watching breaks and jumped into breaks and just had a blast. Still do really enjoy sports cards. But I get to connect with my kiddos. My kids really like Pokemon cards. My son enjoys football, but he's not as big into it as I am. Ripping packs with the kids is fun. A lot of fun. Taking the kids to shows is a lot of fun. Dylan goes to almost every show with me. He sets up, helps me set up the table, helps me do deals when I gotta go run to the bathroom and whatever else. Watching him run around and do deals for Charizards and collecting, it's been a lot of fun. And that's within the last couple years that he's gotten into it. And man, his Charizard collection is amazing. But what really snapped for me for Pokemon, or dealing in Pokemon, besides just opening some packs with the kids, was I had a show, a one-day show, but it was a bigger show, and I had an awful show. Sold like $100-200, and across from me there was a Pokemon dealer, and he was just killing it. I saw it. Kids were running up to his table, and adults were having a blast with him. And I got done with the show, and I went over and I asked him. I said, "Hey man, you don't have to tell me anything, but I'm curious. How'd you do?" And he said, "I did $4,000 in sales." I did $100 to $200 in sales, and he did $4,000 in sales. We're in a boom for Pokemon. I've got access to I've made pretty good friends with a local guy. So I was trying to get distribution for sports, and he's never ordered any sports before. He was gonna charge me just a little premium over top of what he got, but it didn't end up working out. He has been giving me access to Pokemon cards and cutting me a good deal. I mean, I told him, I said I want to do this long term. I want to be dealing in trading cards long term. So I feel like one of the things I need to do is have access to distribution. And I know sports is difficult, but let's try it. So, and it didn't work out. Well, he's cutting me deals on Pokemon cards now. So that's amazing. It's awesome. Really appreciate that. It's all in who you know, man. So now I don't have the best prices in the world, but I have enough that I can make a little bit of margin. I have a little bit of margin where I've got my foot in the door now, while the peak, or way up here for Pokemon sales right now are just insane. And I know that that's not going to last. I went through COVID. I saw what happened during all of that. And there are peaks and valleys. And right now we're on a peak. I want to get in while the getting is good. And then get in and stay in while we're coming back down. I know that's going to be difficult. But if I can make some money and have fun doing it right now, then maybe long term I can make it work. I just got my first sealed case. Well, it wasn't sealed. He actually opened it, but it was sealed. Sealed case of prismatic ETBs. I think I can still sell it under market and make a premium. Not a premium. I'll make some margin. I will do okay. I won't be making 30% by any means. 10, 15 maybe 20%, maybe, which is fine. That's great. Again, foot in the door. Yeah, I've been picking up Pokemon and it's been doing great for me, man. I'm having a blast learning it. Kids really enjoy it. And sports is always going to be there. Sports cards are always going to be there. But I think with the sealed side of things, I think Pokemon's the way to go. Pikachu's not going to get hurt. Charizard's not getting in domestic disputes. Pokemon is the biggest IP in the world. They're not going anywhere. So I feel safe getting in now, even though we're at a peak, even though we're in a boom. I feel like now is a good time to get in. There's never a good time. I mean, if I would have got in 2 years ago, I could have had prices way cheaper than what they are now, and I could have maybe made out like a bandit. But you can't predict the future. All I know is when I go to card shows and I'm selling Pokemon to collectors. There are flippers, there are scalpers, there are dealers like me. There's a combination of all of it. And it's the same with sports, but there are less flippers in Pokemon right now than there are collectors. People walking around with binders. People opening packs. True collectors. People that's who I want to sell to. Sports cards are mostly flippers and gamblers. And that's part of the reason why it's taken off as much as it has, is because of all of that. But I don't know how long that can last before people lose big time. It feels safer holding sealed wax of Pokemon because there's not a million different parallels. The Pokemon cards are the Pokemon cards. There's no hobby boxes. There's no difference in what you can pull out of a pack. All the packs are the same. All have the same odds, in theory, anyways. Whereas with sports, you've got hobby boxes, you've got retail boxes, you've got international boxes, you've got first off the line boxes, you've got a million different parallels. I don't think it's never felt sustainable to me. I'm worried that we're in a junk wax era with sports. Kinda, but I don't know. I still hold a lot of sealed sports cards too. Not a lot, but some. Part of whatever I buy, I always keep sealed. And I think it long term will be doing well too. I can't afford hobby boxes of sports cards. I, however, can afford booster boxes of Pokemon cards right now. I mean, prices are still going up, but you can get booster boxes for $200. You can't get a hobby box for $200. You can't get a hobby box for $500. Not a good one. The price of entry is a lot better in Pokemon. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just a sports guy doing Pokemon cards now. But I feel like it's the move. I think it's the path I want to go down. I will still be doing sports cards, but I also want to do Pokemon cards. I want to do it with my kids, and hopefully they enjoy it, and maybe we can turn it into a family business. It's, who knows? Maybe they won't want anything to do with it when they get to be adults. Maybe they'll do the same thing that all of us do, and they'll leave the hobby when they get into high school, and they'll have no interest in it until middle of college, and then maybe they'll go back through their old cards and they'll re-find it just like that. And hopefully I'll still be doing it at that time, and we can start all over again, but we'll see. Yeah, guys, nothing crazy, nothing super informative here, but I just wanted to give you my thought process onto why I'm moving more towards Pokemon cards than I ever have been. Really enjoying it, want to keep doing it, and completely intend on collecting and selling Pokemon cards. Alakazam is my guy. That's who I collect. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate you checking it out. Until the next one, we'll catch you later. Peace.